So, when last we left you last week, um, I figured there was a 50-50 chance he would be on this week. My friend Dennis, who is probably not he's probably better at picking stocks than he is at picking whether Howard's gonna be on or not, said 100% he is off next week. And so I took comfort in that knowledge and slept a little late, didn't even check my phone until about, I don't know, 7:30, quarter to 8. And I see the horrible, awful truth, the truth that is that Howard once again. Now, I can't really call it a show because it wasn't really anything to talk about.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
was partially right because honestly, this wasn't a show. This was definitely not
Back on being partially right.
partially right because he really didn't work today. That was and honest to God, maybe it was wishful thinking for my sanity because I don't know if I can handle the next 3 days. There's 2 more, but
You
I
know,
mean, honestly, this morning there was just honestly, I was just there was a lot of cursing. There was a lot of screaming.
we could
There was just
honestly skip
a
tomorrow
lot of
and go directly
drinking.
to Jimmy Kimmel. Honestly, when we can skip tomorrow, go directly to Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, tomorrow will be more JD. I guarantee there'll be tons of JD
Why?
tomorrow
Why do we guarantee JD? I don't want to guarantee.
because they're gonna have JD with French lessons or whatever the hell, and I know they spent money,
Happened
so
today, did that.
they didn't do that today. They basically scraped the bottom of the barrel and went through it, and then that's what they filled the show with today. Nothing. They filled it with nothing.
Hmm.
But
Well,
Wednesday, I guarantee that show will be taken down 5 minutes after we're done, being that Beefus is going to be on the air with the Kimmos.
And the Kimmels will definitely say something that Howard probably doesn't want Jimmy to say because he always does. He always
Yes.
brings a little amuse bouche just to tickle our asses with a feather before they leave. Now, the thing is he going to be live in studio and are they leaving this weekend for Italy? That's what I'm wondering. Like,
Oh,
reason that Jimmy's here so that they can all fly together. Right?
well, if it goes now, this would be better than going at the end of July because the end of July, you're guaranteed misery. You are
Oh,
guaranteed misery there.
I'm thinking that I'm thinking it's gonna be one of those kind of. Oh yeah, I love my track pants, Autobot Al. I really do. Look how cute they are. I'm gonna show you.
Come on.
Yes. See, they're just little cute.
Are they Adidas track pants?
Oh my god, no. No, they're from they're from an Australian company called The Upside. And
Who?
The Upside.
They're upside down.
The Upside. And and it comes with a really cute top that I haven't worn yet, and it's really delicious. And I'm
Does
gonna
the top match?
the top does not match. It's red and has like some applique on it and
Applique?
applique like this is applique. It's applique.
I know what applique is. This is a funny word.
Yeah, applique. Applique.
Hi.
Oh,
Wait, someone has come and visit finally.
oh,
Come on. Come on. Come on. Thank you.
this is what we're doing with our day. So we got a lot of stuff to get to today.
See?
Um,
Look at him. And
waiting,
I'm not holding her with one hand.
waiting on the puzzle cam.
She's been more wanting to be on my lap than be on puzzle cam.
Well, she goes through phases.
She goes through phases. She's very much like that.
It's okay. So let's talk about what's going on with today's show.
We have to.
You're going to have to fill in a lot of blank spots because
Okay, I can.
yes, that when I saw the comments and what was going on and all that stuff, there was nothing I cared for. And I'm sure you as well. I mean,
No.
then some technical stupid difficulties and weird stuff that went on and some talk about Italy. And the rest of the morning was spent talking to Wendy, trying to introduce a new whackpacker, which I'm not sure is going to work.
No.
What else was there? What else?
All right, so let me get this immediately off. The show starts with him analyzing Pearl Jam Black.
Oh yeah, why was that? Why did that happen?
don't know. I can't tell you. I don't care. I mean, that's the other part. I don't care. But literally talking about a song that is now 30 years old, at least,
But
and
first thing, like first out the box.
immediately first out of the box, no good morning, no talking about anything that happened in his 5 days off, just straight into Pearl Jam Black, and first he found the live version from MTV Unplugged because he doesn't I guess he's getting paid. Maybe this is promo, but he's such a big Pearl Jam fan. He didn't realize they did MTV Unplugged because he's a massive Pearl Jam fan.
Well, then
And
somebody came in and told him that he broke down and cried because he did it in
after what's his name?
Chris Cornell or some
What?
shit like the Chris Cornell maybe.
Chris Cornell died.
And
And like
that's
whatever.
gracious.
And they found that horrible version and they played that. They played full of both versions. And it was about 35 minutes of the show. And then he started talking about guitar.
Do you think it's because of this though? That's my
Oh, absolutely. That's why I said it is basically it's a continued commercial. The new album is garbage. I said so, and I will defend that. I've been defending it's garbage. It's no different than something they did 30 years ago. You buy the album 30 years ago, you have the new album. Who cares?
yeah.
And honestly, they alienate at least half their fans, or people that could be their fans, by opening their mouth a little too much and talking about what's on their mind. Play music, dude.
I
That's
talked about
Willie Nelson. I don't know what Willie Nelson believes in. All I know is he smokes pot. That's all I know. Willie Nelson smokes pot.
he had to cancel some concerts.
Yeah, but the thing is, Willie Nelson. I don't know anything about him except he likes to smoke pot. Good enough for me. I don't need to know anything else about his life. I don't care. You know what I mean? A musician, entertain me. That's all I care.
I've talked to, Mr. Judy Tenuta is my friend, and I've spoken to him about concerts that maybe we would go see this summer when I'm in the city or something. And we did mention Pearl Jam, but you know what? I'm not spending $500 for a ticket to go see Pearl Jam.
No,
I
of
just
course
not.
not.
And I think, they are completely and utterly in control of how those prices come out. I'm trying to remember who it was like 2 seasons ago. Maybe it was Foo Fighters, somebody who dictated that not only could you not resell the tickets, but they cap them at like $100. That was the cap
And
price.
that's fine.
So you can do that, but you can do that. You're the star. You can dictate how much you choose to, like, when is it enough money, dudes? When is it enough? And you know what? There is no what the market will demand kind of thing going on, because unless
No.
like Taylor Swift, you're not commanding those seats anymore.
Well, the other thing, Mo, is that Ticketmaster goes in and buys gigantic blocks. We had this conversation on Wednesday. They go in and they buy gigantic blocks, and then the price then goes up, and it's it was
Right, and then
horrible.
that, like, what's it called? Like, reactive selling or something like that.
Yes, it was something pricing, not adaptive pricing,
We know
but
what we
yeah,
know what we're talking about, we just
yeah.
can't get there. But yeah, yes, it was The Cure. Thank you so much, guys. It was The Cure. The Cure.
Yeah, and The Cure, I could see doing that because you know what? They're musicians, and they
Mhm.
want people to come and enjoy their music. That's great. And they want fans to be there, even better.
Right.
But I wanted to see a concert in Tampa. I forgot who it was. It was somebody I like, but it was outdoors, and the minimum ticket was $150 a person. And I'm like, "No, absolutely not. I'm just not. No.
No.
It's just no."
I mean, I will do like, okay, I went to see U2 at the Sphere. I knew what I was getting into spending the money
Correct.
I spent on that ticket. I knew it. And it's the most I've ever spent on a single ticket besides Hamilton, which I had to go see because I'm stupid that way. But I think I spent $400 for my seat, which the day of the concert, I looked at the seats like 3 down from me,
Yes.
and they were selling for $1,800.
Jesus wept.
And yeah, and it's like, who would do that? Like, who in their right mind would spend? And I was really, really torn about the 400, And then they tack on. It's like $50 in service fees and shit like that. And it's just like, this is like an insane amount of money to spend for this concert. Would I do it again? No, I wouldn't. I just wouldn't. Unless Freddie Mercury came back and decided to front Queen for one last tour. I would spend any dollar amount.
All right. Yeah, I would if Prince got up for one day, I would go pay this. I would go pay that money to go see that.
If Led Zeppelin decided to do a reunion tour, uh,
Yeah, you know what? At this point, I would because there won't be any more after
because
this.
we're at the point in our lives, Dennis, that
Yes.
one or two FU concerts, fine, fine. But I think that what's happening is these people in their hubris think that they can command much more for a seat than what they're actually worth, and B are trying to play these venues that maybe they played when they were the most popular band in the world, and they're
You know who we have to
not.
blame for this?
True.
We have the Who. The Who are the ones to blame for this because how many last tours have they done? 6 now? I think they're finally done,
I
but
think
they did like 6 final tours,
I think
and, you know, it's enough. I mean, now there's only 2 people left. I think you could stop.
I'm kind of over it. I mean, we talk about this all the time. Mo, what if the
Oh,
Smiths or the Talking Heads get back together? Would you pay?
Talking Heads, I'd probably do.
Ah,
I would.
yeah.
I like the Talking Heads.
I saw what was I saw the show on Broadway that he had done literally like, I don't know, maybe like a month before
That's
COVID,
different, though.
and I thought that was really good. And I saw Morrissey on Broadway the
Mhm.
very last time, maybe like 4 years ago when he was there, and he did any song I really wanted to hear. So I'm good with that. Nah, I'm done. I say no.
Well, Dorian Morgan's talking about Rob Halford, and it's totally not your genre, but Rob Halford back with Judas Priest.
Mm.
It's terrible. It's on YouTube. Save yourself the money. Rob doesn't have his voice anymore. He really doesn't. And plus, he's a big, fat guy with a beard. He looks like he could play Santa. That's not what I want. I don't want him dressed in leather. It's really not. It's not Rob Halford from 1982.
No, I don't need to see that either.
I
And
don't even know what he needs to see it. It's
I gotta be honest with you, the last Cure concert that I saw, it just seemed so, um, and what did I have to compare it to? I think right prior to that, I had seen Foo Fighters also
mhm.
at Madison Square Garden, and I had also seen Depeche Mode at Madison Square Garden. And comparatively speaking, I swear that the Cure, what's his face? Smith.
Um,
Just
yeah.
stood there. I mean, there's no, like, highs or lows, there's no emotion, there's no anything. There was, I think, one word to the audience about being in New York City, and nothing. I mean, he gave nothing, and it was like, the fact that I pay all this money for to just see nothing, it's just
No, you want to be entertained.
boring, it was not entertaining. Everybody there looked like him, which means, like, 55-year-old goth, and it's like, that just doesn't work anymore.
Well, the
You
one
don't have time.
thing I missed that I wish I could have seen, but they weren't close enough, was the Sasanta tour from Maynard Keynes did. He was with
What words are you speaking? What language did you just speak?
Sasanta. It's his 60th birthday. 60
Who?
in Spanish. James Maynard Keynes
Who?
from these lead singer of Tool and A Perfect Circle and one other band, and they were with Primus, but they were all on the stage at the same time. And I wanted to see this because it's insane. This is craziness. And I
Yeah.
saw videos online, and it was crazy. And I'm like, I would have paid $100 for that, 120 for that. It looked like a lot of fun. They played for a long time.
Oh,
So
look at Mr.
that's
Goody
fun
Two-Shoes
stuff.
coming in with all the
Pussifer.
knowledge.
Yeah,
Private
perfect. And Pussifer. I always get Pussifer.
Pussifer.
Oh, I love Pussifer's great. Actually, the chick that sings that, she's
Spelled.
incredible.
That cannot be the way it's spelled.
No, it's Pussifer. Pussifer.
Oh, like pussy fur.
Pussifer, yeah.
Pussy fur.
Yeah.
Okay. Pussy fur.
Pussifer.
And that's a yeah, look at how he's fluffy duty. Tried to get Eagles at Sphere, 600 for nosebleeds. Do it, because those seats are gonna be
Yeah,
1,200.
but what's the lead singer's dead.
I don't even, yeah,
Glenn Fry is dead. I mean,
I'm not sure I would pay that.
and I'm by myself again. Boy, I think the Eagles comment just put her right over the edge. It's too much. Kissy fur.
I keep kicking myself out. I think
I thought it was the price for $600 for the freaking Eagles. I
yeah,
mean,
well, I
but
wouldn't
no Glenn Fry.
I
Glenn
wouldn't
Fry's dead. I mean, there's no reason to see them.
I would pay for a really good band at the Sphere, though, again. I would absolutely do that. I
You
would
need to have a good band there.
but you need to have a good band. And the Eagles, you know why the Eagles are gonna play there? I'll tell you why, because exactly the same reason that the Dead and stuff like that, because they know that their followers have aged with them and have
Yes.
the expendable income to pay the ridiculous amounts of money, because don't forget, seeing something at the Sphere is also a destination, a vacation of
It is
sorts.
true.
Like, you can't just go to see a concert there unless you live around the corner. You know, you're going there. You're flying in, you're getting a hotel, you're spending money in the city, and you're going to see a concert. So people like friggin' Adele, who I really wanted to
Adele.
see while I was out there, everybody's like, "Don't even waste your time buying a ticket because she may or may not show up. She may or may not cancel." She does it all the time. And it's like, how dare you? How dare you do a residency and charge people 5, 6, $700 for tickets and then not show up? I think that's atrocious.
That is atrocious. At least, I mean, Celine Dion, or Celine Dion, wherever you say that skinny broad's name,
Yes, yes, yes.
she at least she did her shows. When she was at Caesar's Palace, she did her shows.
Yeah.
I mean, she was consistent and she did a long show, and she really put on a show and earned her money.
Did you see her? Be advised.
No, it's not my type of music. I just know that people went and saw it. It's not my type of music.
That's not my type of music either.
I won't see that.
I would not see that.
No, no.
I have no interest in that at all. Zero.
No.
All right, let's get started with our show.
Oh yeah, that. Well, I started on already. I already told the first 35 minutes.
Okay, so let's start with him talking about Black, and let's talk about his equipment failure.
Malfunctions.
Which seemed to be a something that just kind of went on throughout the entirety of the show. Hang on a sec. I just want to make sure my mouse doesn't scooch me out again like it did. All right, here we go. So Pearl Jam to start the show. Here we go.
She doesn't know. She has no idea before she walks into the room.
Right. You hear that?
What is that?
I think it's my microphone, guys. You got to maybe dial back the compression. Unfortunately, I added more compression to my mic, and I think it's affecting it. Yeah. We got a problem. Houston, we have
like
a problem.
a thunderstorm last night.
Yeah.
I know. So this just
So Darth Kermit, I actually commented on that when it was live. Like, oh great, Darth Kermit wants more compression. I mean, seriously, how much more compression can you put? It hurts to listen in earbuds. It really does. It hurts.
And how is that affecting the fuzziness on his?
It isn't. It sounds like a fan or something else. That's not compression that's doing that. That literally is not. That sounds like an open connection.
It's just a mess. So that led into the.
No, I don't know. Yeah,
no.
Maybe that's the problem.
Darth Kermit.
Fuck, it's still doing it. My microphone's all messed up. Yeah. Anyway, beautiful song. I don't even know what it's about.
Moron.
Idiot.
Utter moron. Just moron.
Yeah.
He is an absolute and utter moron.
Yeah.
I mean, the song's 30-something years old. Who cares what it means at this point? Really, seriously, it's 30-something years old. I'm glad he discovered it now.
Nobody cares. There's not a single human being that cares what that song is about. But the fact that you're starting your show with this is kind of ridiculous beyond time.
He was off for 5 days, and he starts with 35 minutes on that and guitar. Once again, going back to the thing that his guitar teacher said, that he is a year ahead of all the other students that have been studying as long as him. So he's a year ahead of people that have been studying for 30 plus years. Is that what it is?
I don't believe anything he says.
No, he's a liar.
we do need to go to Stupid Graham. Oh, interesting. Where is the picture from Stupid Graham?
Which stupid Graham?
With her dressed up to go to the
Oh, did it take that down?
Oh no, here we are, all made
It's
up.
a lot of posts. I did a whole thing where it was dumping kittens and being covered in kittens. It was literally 12 posts.
You know, I hate the comment section because Benjamin talking about my glasses. Here, I'm gonna put them on just to kind of give you shock value. Hold on. Assholes. Yes, so there she was, and as we predicted last week, they were off on their way to the bris.
Snip,
So
snip.
of course, that's why she's all dressed.
Is that an appropriate bris dress?
I don't know what the rest of it looks like, but I'm gonna go with no.
I don't think that's an appropriate bris dress. Could you imagine Allison? Because Allison was there. You couldn't say her by name.
Sadly, see, this is what happens when you marry like your first love. The problem, the curse, actually, sadly, when you marry your first love is that they're also the same age as you. And so that they age, they age at the same rate as a normal human being should and would. And then you trade her in for a newer model.
Bimba.
All of a sudden, Allison's like, Jesus, she's looking old. And she's just normal. I mean, she's just a normal.
Well, no. It wasn't even that. It's just he actually really didn't even talk about it because
He
Allison,
ex-wife. But I have the clip. We're gonna hear.
Okay, yeah.
So let's play a little bit. And as suspected, I think that was the day that they went to the bris, right? Because
8 days. So that's it.
All right, here we go.
Well, thanks. We oh my God, I'm the worst guy to have at a circumcision, though. I realized I wasn't very good. So my grandson had to get circumcised. And
I don't know why he won't admit that it was an actual Jewish religious ceremony.
He did. He actually kind of did. In back way, he did.
People would literally just say, we're having the bris. Everybody knows what you mean. Everybody knows what that means in that world. And so there's no reason for him to make it sound any different. Honestly, I just don't know. It's kind of weird.
It is.
All right, here we go.
We had a bris,
There we go.
And it was a very small affair. It was just, me and my wife and, just like my son-in-law's parents and my daughter and one of my daughters. My other daughter was far away, so she couldn't come in. So it was, and, my ex and, that was it. It was a small group of people and
her husband, you forgot to mention, because I'm sure he was there too.
Jesus. I mean, like, honestly, it's like he's trying to remember facts from 60 years ago when they were out, out with a bunch of friends at the pizza place. I mean, this happened 5 days ago, dude. You can tell exactly who's there in less than 10 seconds. You don't need to stretch it out for a minute.
Everything on the show today was from like 5 or 6 days ago. Like there was nothing that would have really made you think it was a live show. I mean, maybe he mentioned one or two things that could today. I don't know that he did.
I'm trying to think. Did he mention Willie Mays dying? Oh wait, that was 5 days
ago. Exactly. Other than Jimmy's coming in on Wednesday, I think that was pretty much it.
Yeah. So I like how he can't say Emily. We know who your daughter's names are. Because, I mean, honestly, anybody that's a fan of the show knows the daughter's names. You could say Emily was there. She probably played one of those horrible songs, too.
ED chord. Chink, chink, chink. Horrible. Okay, let's continue with the verse.
Yes.
Yeah. And
they needed to give you something.
Yeah. They needed to give me something. But they had it down. They put lidocaine, I think it's lidocaine on my grandson's wiener. For for like an hour before, and then the whole plan is as soon as he cuts him, they're going to give him a little cloth with some sugar water on it, and he'll suck on it, and hopefully he'll be okay. And I'm like, Jesus Christ! I walked outside. Beth and I went outside because I didn't want to hear the screams and the blood curdling.
Blood curdling screams.
Blood curdling screams.
How many of these have you been to, Howard? Just curious.
Jesus.
No, ma'am. No, he even said some people do not like to watch.
What a sissy.
My daughter gave me the okay. Beth and I were in the backyard for like, I don't know, it seemed like a year, but it was like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I come back in, my daughter's all smile. She goes, Dad, the kid didn't even cry. Didn't make a noise. I walked in, sure enough, baby's just laying there happy as a clam. This kid is chill.
Does he have a name?
I said to this doctor, you're some doctor. I go, is this normal? He goes, some kids don't cry. He goes, but sometimes I have dads who pass out. I said, yeah, you would have had me pass out.
Wow. You can act like a man. Just once. Act like a man.
He and Beth had to walk out because, it's too much. Just too much for their sensitive, delicate sensibilities. This moron who's trying to scoop up. Oh my God, what was it the other day? This moron who has no problem with cats that fall out of windows, broken bones, taking eyes out, cutting off ears, removing a fucking foot, chopping a tail off. She's like the House of Mengele about a kid getting snipped. Can we even establish that this is who she is? Look
at it. Look at it.
Trying to get to the other side,
coming to the
fencing here where he's unable to go through. Therefore, I am going to pick him up and transport him.
Look, she's got double boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Look what I'm going to do. I'm getting my special gloves. These are my special, very special gloves. They're very, very special gloves. As a matter of fact, they're so special. They're not even dirty. I've never gardened with them.
These are brand new. They're brand new. I had to break the thing off just to wear them.
Those are gloves that have never seen.
What size are those gloves? I mean, they look ginormous.
They've never seen a branch, but these are my turtle-friendly gloves.
Him to the pond that's on the other side. He's helping the little guy out. Hi, buddy.
Oh my God. Nothing in my brain doesn't wish that was a snapping turtle and it bit her finger.
Yeah, I know.
Nothing. I got my new sneakers on too. I'm gonna wear those in Italy.
All right, let's go. We'll turn it off and then we'll start again when we get to the pond. Okay, so my
Oh, okay. I think we.
And the next one's the pond.
Oh my God! Everybody, you're gonna be so excited.
Okay, so this is the pond in the direction where the turtle was headed. So, put him down. There he is.
Oh my God!
One hand. All right, bud.
Wait, it doesn't have its gloves on. Let's just dump the turtle on its back.
Oh, there he goes. Oh,
He's
wow.
home. He knows where he is.
Jesus, turtles don't. That's a lie that turtles can't move fast because that giant monster there scared the hell out of him.
Yeah, you would think that was Gamera the way she just took care of that turtle. Like seriously, this is like a Godzilla movie, and that was Gamera, and she was saving the day. She was saving all Japanese from. It's so funny because what's so cute about this whole thing is that turtles actually know where they're going.
Yes.
And so what they usually do is they go from one water source to another water source. And I'm pretty sure that that's not a newborn turtle. So he probably knew where he was going, you big dumb broad. I just don't even understand. I don't know. I just don't understand. I got nothing. They got nothing. But yeah.
I mean, that giant monster grabbing that poor turtle. And it's just, oh my God.
There is some definite turtle hate there for sure.
Oh.
I need to come.
And then see, these are all the pictos I put. The people dumping and then all the kittens all over it.
Oh, those his new sneakers? These are definitely that's him, right?
That's it.
There's no way that's it.
That's it. That's it. They're pink on there. That's its feet. It's gigantic. Come on, you don't realize how big it is?
Oh,
The legs are too thick to be his. The legs are too thick to be Howard's.
True. That is absolutely true. I'm so
right, so wait. Stop on that post.
Which one?
The one with all the writing.
Because we have to get back.
I hate everything about this. I really do. I hate everything about this. this monster reposting this, right, about and all with histrionics, and then there's Bethstrionics on the other side about some senior dogs allegedly that they adopted out from Animal League, and that it came back or to them. God only knows what the whole crap story is. But then what it says, email me or go to Animal League if any of these senior tug at your heartstrings. I cry as I post these precious dogs who have lost their only homes they have ever known. Being a senior pet in a shelter environment is not what I want for them. Thank you, Animal League, for loving and caring on them all. Yeah.
Yeah, Casey's not long for this world, not gonna lie.
No. I'm just neither's an 8-year-old boxer. I'm sorry to say, but 8-year-old boxers, yeah.
Listen,
But I mean, the Bestrionics. I cry as I write this. No, you aren't, because
I would take Rocky. Rocky's cute.
oh, he's in Newfoundland. He doesn't have that long either.
Newfie.
He's a big dog. But if you go, Beagle, they're so fun, Beagles, but they eat everything.
They're noisy too, and they're
But
annoying.
they eat everything. God, they're garbage disposals. They're terrible.
I bet and Eloise, not for nothing, but she looks like her breath smells. Just saying.
Oh, absolutely. It's a Beagle. It's a Beagle. The thing is, 2 hours later, if you go back into the timeline, I love this. 2 hours later, go right there with the one in the middle, the two cats. No, go over. The one right in the middle, right above it. That one right there. 2 hours later, it's all better. I talk to them and they really do listen and understand me. At least I like to believe that.
Well, I mean, this wasn't meant to be a Beth show. I promise you.
I understand it, but you know what? It triggers me because it's so phony. It really is.
All just up, ready for his forever family. Thank you, Dr. Hutt. This was the one who, I don't know. I think she gave like a heart transplant to, and you know, ICU.
That looks like murder in his eyes, with that stupid bow tie. He's like, if I could get over, I would slit your throat.
Oh, but look at this. Look at this.
This is insanity. This is craziness.
Oh my God.
That's almost as bad as Beth putting out balloons for a blind cat.
Look at this. Look what goes on here. What goes on here?
That's a pee pad.
Congratulations, blow up thing.
Yes, for getting your cat.
Yay, the money these people spend. It's shocking. It's so annoying.
Exactly.
Benjamin said they killed a little boy to get a cat horn.
Rooster.
One
Rooster sideburn. Rooster Roboto. Cat sees a therapist 3 times a week. Josh Foster.
Josh Foster. Where's Josh Foster?
Right there, 985.
I feel like these animal assistance videos is Beth fishing for a wow, you'll be a great mom Instagram comment. Yeah, but unfortunately she's in her 50s and
that ship sailed.
Like the rest of us elder care women, it's like sawdust.
Very, especially on it, because the way it eats and all, there's no way there's any juices flowing.
Yeah, there's no juice. There's no juice flow. There's no juice flow. All right. We digressed.
We are digressing because the show is terrible.
We could talk about this all day because, it's Beth. What are you drinking? Damn it.
All right. So I am.
Remember when the bottle was full, by the way.
Yeah, we started. That's how bad the show was today. See, when we started, this was a full bottle. And it's been tough, man. No, it's Knob Creek bourbon. And then I add some Cayman Reef dark, and it's not a plug, but dark roasted Kona coffee liqueur. So a little coffee liqueur and bourbon, delicious. One of the nicest treats you can have.
Interesting. I've never tried that before. I have a really great recipe if you're ever interested in making your own Kahlua at home.
Oh, absolutely. Why not? I like playing around.
Sure. All right, here we go. So let's talk about Italy and just trying not to F it up because obviously that's the way it's going. Here we go.
I feel you'll be on the trip. You'll think you'll be doing all right, but you'll be a mess.
Yeah, well, we're gonna talk to Jimmy Kimmel and his beautiful wife Molly
Kimmel
and Beth on Wednesday. That's booked for Wednesday to talk about the Italy trip, and you might be right. in my mind, I'm doing fine. And then afterwards I realize, oh, I fucked it up. And my wife is just, well, please don't fuck this up. Don't be you. She's told me, don't be you.
Don't be you.
Don't be you. And I was like, okay, I know what that means. She's right.
I can't even go on with the clip. I don't even care. How about that?
I mean, honestly, we can't. We honestly can't wait for that. We can't wait for Wednesday at this point.
Yeah, I mean, and anybody who really wants to listen to the show, you have to listen to the show live on Wednesday because odds are
It will get taken down within
know
5
who will
minutes.
come in, right? Exactly, and just steal our sunshine and
They'll
and
poop on our parade.
and ruin the week for us. Just so we know. Okay, so yeah, so then we need to know the information about the fact that he bought a hat for Italy because this is all very important. This is all very important
I
to
bought a
the
hat
ladies.
for Italy, and I sent a picture of it to Molly and Jimmy.
A hat?
Yeah, I have a hat. It keeps out the suns.
The sun.
It's almost like sunscreen hat. It's supposedly like 50 sunscreen, 50 whatever they call it.
And is it
50.
like a bandana or
No,
not
it's a hat.
bandana,
It looks like I look
Yes,
like
a
Imus
do-rag,
in it.
Robin.
It's a cowboy hat looking thing.
a cowboy hat.
Yeah, I look like Imus.
With 50 SPF. So
he's gonna look like an utter Finocchio. I mean, he's gonna hear that word a bunch of times. I can guarantee it at this point. I mean, who is he? Is he like gonna take Curious George around with him? I don't understand this.
I'm almost expecting him to wear his snake boots. I'm wondering if they're going into the countryside. Like I'm feeling like this trip, me and bring back Jackie talked the other day. We texted with each other and he's like, yeah, I think there's 3 places on the, because we discuss. Where's he going? Where's he going to stay? Only the best for our Howard. He's going to have a tour guide. They're going to be driven everywhere,
Yes.
which in itself is going to be miserable because,
Yeah.
nobody drives in Italy, going from, you can't. I mean, it's just,
You
it's so-
can.
you
but-
can. But I'm saying, like, for example, if you're in Rome, you're not
Oh
driving.
no.
You're just not driving.
No. You
Or
don't
you're
drive
not
in
driving.
Rome.
I mean, you're just not driving because it's just so
No.
busy, and as a child of the subway, I'm always one to take the train. It's faster and it's easier way to get there. And one time, even in Rome, we rented scooters and we just scooted everywhere, and it was
Oh.
the most fun.
Could you imagine that giant pelican
No.
on a Vespa?
No, but I imagine him. I imagine him in Rome, in a car, in traffic, waiting to get from one place to another. Everybody miserable. It's like 90 degrees outside. The AC is just blasting in their Vanagon or whatever it is that they'll.
I just realized because he's such a rube. He's probably gonna want a really big car when he goes there,
But I'm
which
thinking,
is the super rookie move because
what's that stupid one that he rented for the wedding? The Mercedes one?
the Mercedes the van.
It's not a Sprinter.
It's Sprinter. Yeah, Mercedes Sprinter van.
Yeah, I could see
Oh
that.
my God, a Sprinter van's the size of an 18-wheeler over there compared to the cars. I mean, seriously, every road is tiny.
Everybody else is in a Vespa and a Fiat, and
You're in a Fiat or a small Volkswagen or a small
Gigantor.
Citroen.
right. Here comes Gigantor in his giant. Most streets those things can't get through.
No.
Jimmy knows better. Jimmy,
You got to remember, they got to make Big Baby happy. Big Baby's happy in a big car.
Jimmy knows best.
It doesn't matter.
I
He's
got
gonna want a big car because I have a fun digress here. My friend, he went to Sicily, right? So he got a car and it was a small car, and they go, oh, we have an upgrade. So they upgraded him to a Mercedes E-Class.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, well, when they almost tore the mirrors off of it because it couldn't fit down the streets.
That's a problem. That is a problem.
That's why you buy the insurance. But I mean, literally, they couldn't fit the car through anywhere.
That's a problem. But those roads in Sicily are amazing. I mean, to just
Oh,
drive from one
yes.
to another are spectacular, but never in city.
Oh,
Never.
the city is terrible. The autostrada is amazing. The country roads are scary.
Oh,
They're
they're
terrifyingly bad.
most amazing. All right, let's go on. Obviously, we're still on Italy.
Spag. Here, I eat some pizza. If one more person tells me how hot it's going to be in July in Italy, it's like, dude, I'm enough of a wreck. Don't tell me what's going to be wrong. Oh, wait till you see how hot it is in July. You shouldn't be going. You should be going in the fall. Well, I'm not off in the fall.
Yes, you are.
People tell me a lot of that. And then everyone says to me, you wait till you go. You're not going to believe how good the food is. They really know how to make food. I'm like, okay, I get it. The food is good.
No, you don't.
I get it. It's too hot and the food is good.
No.
I don't really care. You know what? I don't give a shit.
Well, we do for the after effects. The
Yeah.
after effects, we do care because this is going to be bad.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be so bad. It's going to be great.
It's gonna be great.
But I mean,
Mrs. B. Patton is right. What is in it for Jimmy and Molly to have Howard and Beth take
I
him?
have no idea. I mean, just to ruin their trip, because I've seen pictures of them on their trip. Like they go to the beach and they go out in the water and they do all the fun things you can do, like as normal people, just going to places and hanging out. Howard doesn't do that.
I dare say that Jimmy and Molly have been to Italy many, many times. Okay. It's not like going to Disney World where, people go every year and go twice a year and do all this
But
shit.
they can.
It's a big trip and it's, but they've been there. They've been there. They've done it. They have the t-shirt. They've been all over Italy. They know it. They're doing this for Howard and Beth. They're not doing this for themselves. They know that they're there as the tour guides, if you will. They're there to be the ones to say, the food is great here. This is great here. But Howard won't be able to change his ways. Like he won't be able to give in to the indulgence of having like we were just talking about Schriadels. Dennis found this place at the bakery. It's like amazing, whatever, and cannoli cakes and shit like that. He can't give in to that, and he won't.
What about pizza? I mean, literally, pizza is
that indulgence.
Yeah,
right?
I know that. I mean, even a pizza, which is a very basic food there, but the pizza there is ridiculous because the flour is different than they have the flour here. The tomatoes are different. Everything, so the taste is slightly different. It's prepared differently. It's a very different thing, and he won't enjoy it. The pasta, the pasta's made, especially
he'll feel such guilt shoving it in his stupid pie hole
half in the garbage.
that it'll just you know what? Italy is wasted on him.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Because Italy, the main things, especially where he's going in the north, you have very robust red wines. That's the big thing is to drink wine when you're there. Because, I mean, honestly, the wines in that part of the country are really some of the best, especially dark reds that aren't that heavy. Very, very good wines, very incredible vineyards up there. He doesn't do that. And it's embarrassing.
Things that make Italian food great are absolutely things that he abhors. He doesn't like these foods.
Nope.
He doesn't eat carbs. He doesn't drink. He's not that guy. And so this trip is absolutely wasted on him. Absolutely. I would love to hear Jimmy on Wednesday, and then I'd love to hear him the first weekend the week in September, so that we could do like a recap show. Because nothing will make me happier than to hear what a miserable sea monkey he was on this trip.
I can't wait. And the way they're doing it is freaking insane. You fly overnight and get there the next morning. That's the way you're supposed to do the trip. So you're already setting your day, but the big baby's going to fly during the day, which is you're now wasting an entire day. And then you're going to get there and you're going to do nothing. So you 24 hours, you've done nothing. And then the next day they'll go and do something.
Yeah, Melody, you're saying, why does he have to like it? He doesn't have to like it. He doesn't have to like it.
No.
He's doing it. He's doing it to make his wife happy.
Yes.
And I am positive that they begged him to do this. This is so against his grain. This is so against everything that he enjoys in life, which is absolutely nothing. There's nothing that this man enjoys. To be fair, I've had this conversation with you guys many times before that I get a little tired of the food in Italy because there is no variety and it drives me insane. And I start to crave like different types of foods because, I can't live on, pasta and pizza and mozzarella and all that stuff.
When I was in Sicily, I didn't just have that. They have a big variety down there.
Okay, you're so cute. I was in Sicily for like 9 days. I couldn't stand it anymore. I couldn't take it. Seriously, I was crying. I was crying. I wanted
That's
something
that's
different.
unreal because you go eat street food, they have everything in the street food.
Dennis
Everything.
crying. I'm like, I've got to get out of here. I can't take it anymore.
I didn't want to leave.
I can't
I
take it.
almost stayed.
I got to get out. I got to get out. I just need something different. I told you we drove, I think, like 40 miles to buy to get fucking sushi. I was dying. I needed something different. I couldn't do it anymore. Sorry. I need to eat something different every single day. Every day. I can't have chicken twice. I can't have steak twice.
Oh,
I can't eat the same food.
I
in
can.
40
I can literally eat the same thing every day.
No,
I can. It's just
I have to eat
it
different
doesn't bother me.
every day.
It
Every
doesn't bother me.
And then
I honestly,
tally.
don't.
By Friday, I'm like bereft. It's like I do a tally. It's like, okay, so I had fish, I had chicken one day.
They don't have tacos.
Or
They have hamburgers. There is a hamburger place. Actually, there's a place in Sicily that is like a old Western place, and it actually like has they dress like cowboys.
no, stupid truth. I don't sound like Howard. I eat everything though. I eat pizza. I eat mozzarella cheese. I love food. I friggin' love food. I just need variety. That's all.
She needs variety, everyone. Variety.
Heads up to everybody. They all eat Italian food. That's what they eat. They eat Italian food. There's no Mexican.
No, in Italy, seriously, I didn't know that.
They don't. Well, okay. So consider it. We live in America. I lived in New York, the place with all foods of all worlds, and it's just very different when you go somewhere. Italy's literally like China. All they eat is Chinese food. It's like bleh.
No, really?
And it's disgusting Chinese food. It's like
What is it? It's real Chinese food.
cat and lobster sauce. That's what everything looks like. It's disgusting, and it smells like farts. It's gross. You know the way the water sometimes smells in Florida, the sulfur smell, that farty sulfur smell?
Yes.
That's what every Chinese restaurant in China smells like. Vomitous. You have to tell them that you're a vegetarian so that you know for sure that you can identify the food that is placed in front of you. If it's green, you can eat it. If it's not, fuck it. It's just disgusting. But yeah, okay, I get it. Italy, great food. Yes. I went out of my way. I can't tell you how far to get the best amatriciana sauce in the world. And you know what? It was the best in the world. Fucking delicious. Red wine, I could drink it with every meal, including breakfast. Not even an issue. Cheeses, wines, vegetables, fruits, all that stuff. But Italian food, just in the general rule, I get a little sick of it. Let's talk about Michelangelo, shall we?
Going to see Michelangelo's David. Michelangelo, man, they say once you see this thing, you can't believe it's stone. And Michelangelo, I don't know.
Now. So okay, so people are doing research for him, and so now he has to spill some Michelangelo facts because you think we're talking about Van Halen, right?
Michelangelo, this is your wiki.
This is your wiki. Exactly. This is exactly how it
know if you know this about Michelangelo, but I study art a little bit.
I don't know if you know this about Michelangelo because I studied art a little bit. Again, intellectually incurious, has no thoughts about going to see art because the only thing he likes are people that do sketches and watercolor. He said this to us just a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, he did.
There's no part of him that gives a rat's ass about Michelangelo, but sure, let's spew some facts because you know everything.
Art a little bit. He saw himself as kind of a liberator, that these figures were trapped in the stone and that he released them. That was his sort of strategy, his philosophy. But he was
and Robin throwing her 2 cents in like she fucking knows anything. Yes, that's right.
He took away everything that wasn't necessary.
Oh shit!
What? What are you saying?
2 of you are the biggest friggin' morons known to me. You know nothing.
I'm going to go back a second with Blobbin because about the heat in Italy. And of course she has to chime in. I went to Italy in the summer and it wasn't hot.
I got it.
Oh, okay. I thought I got lost. At this point, my head is spinning because I'm listening to Michelangelo. This is your wiki, and I'm just like going, this is retarded. I mean, seriously, there's no part of me that's going, this is bad.
Horrible. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys some perspective. Okay. So if any of you have not seen David, let me show him to you just so you can get some perspective for what he looks like. And I just found this picture randomly. This is what it looks like. And this is people in comparison to David. Right. Okay. So this is a work of miraculous art, right? He
Yes.
years on this. This is one solid piece of marble. So you have to consider the fantastic aspect of what
Yes.
he was able to do. But I dare say I'm going to come at you with Antonio Cardini, who is miraculous. Like this is
Oh my
is
God, that's one piece of stone.
this is what he did in marble. This is what he was able to do I mean, it's ridiculous when you think about it.
Well, he even had nippos.
Oh,
Wow.
I always got to go with nippos. But
He
look
had
at
nippos in the marble. They can cut glass.
this.
Wow.
Look how insane it is to be able to do something like this.
See, nippos.
See, so this is when you start to appreciate. It's like, yeah, okay, Michelangelo. It's like going to see the Leaning Tower of Pisa, going to see the Statue of Liberty, or going to see the whatever shit you float your boat. But if you really want to get into art, you go to different things and you see. It's like, oh my God, yes, Michelangelo was amazing with marble, but some people were fucking ridiculous with marble. And
Yes.
he would never care about that. Like he would never care about
No.
understanding art to understand that there are people that did it bigger and better. I mean, yeah, Michelangelo, it's amazing that it lasted all this time, that it didn't get, cracked in half by a earthquake or anything like that as a testament
Correct.
to its ability.
Well, those got saved because of boobies.
Because of boobies. Save the boobies. Save the boobies. Save the boobies. Okay, let's move on. I just had to get that out.
Chris was telling me that he's seen the David statue, and he said the penis is much bigger in person, which I'm not looking forward to.
Well, the whole statue is bigger than human size.
So he's not
No kidding, really?
seeing a penis because
He doesn't want to see someone else's winky. I don't know.
because why? Because you're afraid that David may want to take Beth away from you, like, or that she'll be jealous of his penis size. You freak! What is it? What is it exactly?
There's no logical or rational way to explain the thought process because they're really he goes into depth, and I still don't understand why. I really don't. I really don't. I heard the whole thing. I don't understand it. I don't.
May I, Dennis?
You may.
Indulge me. May I present you with clip number 9?
Yes, please.
He could, for my money, he could have chipped away at that stone a little bit more around that area. But the other weird thing about Michael,
the Michelangelo paintings, the Sistine Chapel ceiling and the whole thing.
Right.
He's not going to Rome.
Looking forward to that. Can't wait. Can't see that in a book.
I can't see that in a book. Right. So I feel like Robin knows where he's going. So this is what makes me think.
So you think he's actually going to go to Rome in the Vatican?
I feel like yes. I feel like you're going to see Michelangelo's paintings. You're going to see the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, you have to go to Rome to see that.
I can't even imagine that. I can't really see that in a book. I mean, it's just like, so you'd rather see that. You'd rather just see it in print than see the actual. It's kind of shocking to me that
It is. But then again, he is intellectually incurious. He's also a moron. So there's that. I mean, honestly, it's really what it comes down to.
There is that.
There's that. I mean,
so then they spent an inordinate amount of time on Wendy the Retard.
Oh.
And it was actually pathetic. I think what we learned, she's in a wheelchair now, right? She's basically housebound.
This was abuse. I mean, honestly, it really it was abuse. It didn't border on abuse. This was abuse of somebody that is not intelligent enough to understand they're being abused. And that's really what it comes down to. And this is disgusting. I mean, really vile. And all those celebrities, all those woke celebrities that hangs around with need to listen to this hour of him mocking, not basically him mocking this poor middle-aged woman with a very low IQ that is very unhealthy, that is living in squalor, mocking. Awful.
Now, all about the tendrils. I know you're in the chat tonight, and I know that you
Oh,
have
yeah.
a photographic memory.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you a quiz question, okay? And if you're listening, so listen to the question. Okay. Do you remember the time when I saw Wendy and her mother
I
because
do.
they put them up in a hotel near my house? And
I
what did
do.
I say? And what did I say about Wendy?
That they were grotesquely large and they smelled.
Smelled
You can smell them from where you were standing.
bad. Smelled
Yep.
so bad.
I can't forget that. I can't forget that because
Ah,
I've been to Walmart in Florida, so I understand what you're talking about.
and the saddest part about it is I remember that I was walking behind them and they
Oh, I'm so sorry.
look like migratory elephants, right? They're
Yes.
both lumbering down the block and
Oh,
tremendous women, tremendous.
so tremendous.
And they only can wear like those
Moo-moos.
like bingo snap front things with like polyester pants. And I remember filming them. I had my phone with me and I recorded them. And I wish I could gain access to the dog shed because I would go back in time and look for that clip. Hey, if any of you out there are still members of the dog shed, can you just get in contact with me and see if we can find the clip? I definitely posted it there of her and her mother walking down the street. I was just Mrs. Roper clothing. No, worse than Mrs. Roper clothing. Worse.
It's literally Walmart at 10 o'clock at night.
Ugh.
That's what it was. It was Walmart 10 o'clock at night.
Okay, so by the way, there's no better name on the internet than Helen Rose weeping with Jesus while eating cashews. Just so you know. Who happens to be on Twitter right now. When they lived in the van, just think of how that smelled. Wonder how I just it's vomitous to me. It's yes, of course it's depressing. Of course it's disgusting. I'm just relaying. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm not the one abusing her. I'm not
we're just bringing up facts.
of her and making her feel like, special, even though we're not giving her any money or doing anything for her. Right? I mean, there's a difference. There's a difference between mocking what he mocks for the sake of our show and actually legitimately mocking her and getting paid, $5,000 or $6,000 a minute to do so. Big difference. Okay. Because I can do it when this show has made $9.85 tonight, as opposed to shithead who's, just basically mailing it in for you guys. All right, let's move on. Wendy. Okay, so then he did an obituary, his wiki, for two people who passed away in the last week, one being Donald Sutherland and then Willie Mays. And I didn't really tape the Willie Mays one, but I know you mentioned this while they were talking about it, so let's just talk about it really quickly.
Who one of my favorite actors in the world was Donald Sutherland. I love Donald Sutherland so much. When I saw him in Clute, I was a kid. I don't know. I was a teenager. I don't even remember what year Clute came out.
I was pretty young then. And it was
17.
Understand the movie. It was so above my head, but
yeah, me too. But Jane
was
super hot and almost naked, I think. She played a prostitute. And
I don't really think that like 17 or 18-year-olds would go see like a
Clute. No, they wouldn't. Not in 1971. They definitely wouldn't have seen.
Is that crazy, right? I mean, is that
No.
something that? I mean, I don't know. Aren't you watching like Logan's Run or Planet of the Apes or any of those fun sci-fi things that were out at the time? I don't know.
Well, he liked musicals, so whatever musicals were out, he'd go see. But I mean, honestly, Blobbin's 18 when this comes out, and he's 17, thereabouts.
Yeah.
And they're not seeing this movie. This was like the movie for their parents.
That's exactly right. And unless for some reason you got what was it rated? Let's take a look. See, is there a rating on this?
It's rated R. So I mean, it's rated R. So
all right, that's curious. So then, yeah, that's totally not something that he.
No, absolutely not. No,
our movies back then were really kind of R.
Taboo. They were taboo.
They were really R, right? Exactly. Nobody really went to see R movies, and then they had those X movies that were like, oh my god, who the hell would actually watch that? That's like that. I remember the only one that was like that. What was that one called? With Marlon Brando. Is the only X movie I ever knew of back in the day. Last Tango in Paris.
Oh, Last Tango. Yeah.
Right, and that was rated X, and that was supposed to be like, I don't think I've ever seen it, but it was supposed to be like really salacious.
Yeah, and it wasn't until like the comedies started coming out in the late 70s that R started.
Yes, early 80s.
Like Animal House. Animal House was like the big one that kind
of right.
That was a hard R too,
but fun hard R. Fun.
Oh, it was a fun R, but it was a hard R.
Yeah,
but that was the movie that because that was what 78 or something like that. So that's like about when R became R. It was actually a little more acceptable. The later 70s, maybe there was some before that, but honestly, the early 70s, R was like that was no man's land. I mean, that was
hard R's. Hard R's, exactly what you're saying. Hard R's. Yeah, okay, so let's move on a little bit. So then he did one for Willie Mays and blah blah blah.
Oh.
And then came this commercial, where we also had some technical which was very bizarre. Hold on a second. I think I have these in the wrong order. Let me get this together. Okay, here we go. So this is a commercial for Daddy-O, and of course, all he's been talking about is Dakota Johnson.
Yeah.
And
why?
I don't know.
Oh, I know why. Because Dakota Johnson looks like a boy.
Yeah, I'm shocked that he wasn't having her come in. I gotta be honest with you.
Well, I think the movie's so bad that, and especially after
worse than Fallout than the
Madam Web. Madam Web was the worst movie ever made.
I mean, worse than Big Gyllenhaal piece of shit that he came in for. Or
yes, it's Madam Web has no plot, no story.
We're not talking about Madam Web though. We're talking about Daddy-O. Okay?
I understand it, but this is this is the whole Dakota Johnson thing.
This is Sean Penn and Dakota Johnson.
Yes, Sean Penn.
Who would even think that there would be a better coupling than, a 60-year-old man with a 27-year-old girl? Who could possibly think of anything better than that?
Oh, yes.
Well, let's listen to the commercial, though, shall we?
Yes.
Long clip. I don't know why I dragged it out, and I cut this up. So let's play.
Because it's awful. It is literally so awful. You have to.
It really is. Here we go.
I do want to make a show announcement. Many of you have been very curious about this trip that I'll be taking with my wife to Italy. I'm going with Jimmy and Molly, Jimmy Kimmel and Molly Kimmel, McNerney. I don't know which name she's using these days, but I know they're married. And we'll be going, and Jimmy is going to come on the show Wednesday because so many of you requested it. He will come on and talk about the trip.
You know what's so cute about that? One person called in and said, "Hey, you can have Jimmy in maybe next week to talk about the trip to
Yep. That was a setup call.
To call, exactly. But many of you have been asking first because,
yeah, we all been asking.
I say, can you come on because so many fans want to hear from you and what you're thinking about this trip? Yes, Gary.
And Molly will be joining him too.
Oh, by the way, I know you're talking about the Bill Belichick thing because I have to show you that picture.
Yes.
Unless
he is the greatest coach of all time.
Unless you're on RadioGunk.com, you missed out on my world exclusive, which I'm just gonna throw it up. Not right this second, but just give me a second. Let me get my shit together here, my friends. You just stay with me.
So yeah, but I have two words for Dakota Johnson. It's called Sydney Sweeney. When it was a shame that she stood next to Sydney Sweeney, because it's like, who's that ugly guy next to Sydney Sweeney?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah,
That was not good.
that was not good. That was not good at all. But, he's got this thing for Dakota Johnson.
Because it looks like Ralph. It's the body shape of Ralph.
Hold on, let me finish the clip. Give me a second here.
Oh, excellent.
Nice.
Yeah, I told my wife about this, and she goes, please don't be negative about Italy, because they think you're trying to get out of it. And I said, I do not know what gives them that idea. I'll straighten it all out.
Everything.
Also, Robin, I have to tell you about the Sony Pictures classic Daddy-O.
Daddy-O. What is this?
Daddy-O. Sony Pictures Classics presents Daddy-O, a new film written and directed by Christy Hall and starring my favorite actress, Dakota Johnson.
Oh.
And one of the all-time great actors, Sean Penn.
Wow.
I mean, it doesn't get better than Dakota Johnson and Sean Penn. I can't believe it.
I mean, okay. Yeah, I'm just going to keep going because you'll hear it, obviously.
Yeah, that this is the start of,
Yeah.
Oh, no. Now you've knocked out your microphone completely.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's weird. My microphone only works if I put the reverb on.
Wow.
What the fuck? Daddy-O, this is weird. Anybody got a fix?
The rest of the show will be like this.
Wow.
This is a man that's been in broadcasting for over 40 years and is unable to keep his microphone working during a 3-hour podcast. It literally unbelievable. Cannot keep his microphone working during a 3-hour podcast and is completely lost when it breaks. He's yelling for help.
I know.
Oh.
I know. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Let me get the other mic.
I know.
Oh my God. This is embarrassing.
All right.
Okay, so that happens, right? And
Embarrassing.
but then it continues into the next commercial, which of course, and Gary likes to say that he knows that his voice was yes, his voice is as fake as his hair. You were exactly right.
Yes.
Yeah, did you see what goes on with this movie? I absolutely hate it too. And it gets a 6.5 on IMDb.
Oh, and that's before it even came out. Wait till it comes out.
200
It'll be down in the 2s or 2s to 3s.
A woman taking a cab ride from JFK engages in a conversation with the taxi driver about the important relationships in their lives.
Hey, wait a minute. This sounds like Taxi Driver or Taxi Cab Confessions. This is not even a new concept.
Well, it comes out, what's today? Monday.
It comes out Friday, the 27th?
24th, yes, 27th. Wow, that's going to
This will absolutely burst into flames and die. This movie will lose money. I don't care what the budget is. It won't make its budget back.
Let's see who Christy Hall is.
I have no idea who this person is.
It ends with us. I'm not okay with this. The husband's secret.
Oh yeah, let's have her do a movie because she's really overqualified for it.
Sure, because why not? So anyway, so they continue with the commercial. They finish with audio. And I don't know that we can hear this exactly, but let's listen in and see, because of course their mics are hot and they don't know it and they're stupid.
Bombas are sublimely soft, unfathomably comfortable, and disgustingly cozy.
Sorry, did you just say disgustingly cozy?
Hey, no bad ideas in a brainstorm.
True, but
It's Gary in the back saying, "Jason, can you hear the commercial? I have no idea what commercial that is. See if you can hear the commercial." They're just so stupid.
It's embarrassing, actually.
Stupid people.
I mean, it truly is embarrassing that these people have been in in this business now.
It's not embarrassing. It's not embarrassing, Dennis. What's happening is that
Yeah.
familiarity breeds contempt, and they've become lazy, and so
Well,
everybody
yes,
turns it in because the boss does. So therefore, nobody else
but
has to work that hard.
for everybody on the outside, it's embarrassing. They're embarrassing themselves
Yeah.
because they're supposed to be professionals who've been doing this for a long time, and you should know the difference between Q and being on a hot mic. There's a big difference between the two.
They don't care anymore. They don't-
Oh, they don't. They don't. They absolutely do not. What was even funnier, I put it in my opening for the thread on RadioGunk.com this morning. This show is so unprofessional. You don't know when it's on and when it isn't. No other place in media do they hide when the show is going to be on live. Nobody does that. Nobody.
And they will
Every
write live, which drives me insane when it's an actual repeat. They will write
Yes.
live. I hate
Yes.
I hate that.
Hate everything about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what went on with that. I was trying to look up who Christy Hall was. Nobody gives a shit.
She's a nobody. She's a person that doesn't deserve to be directing a movie with a budget.
Well, let's go. Let's move on, shall we?
Hold on, let me see if I can find the budget on this thing because now I'm vested.
I need to know. I must know. I must know.
I must know now. I can't find it. It's like it's a state secret.
I must know. I'm just telling you, these guys are sitting around playing like, video games. Nobody's
Oh, absolutely.
jobs. And that's the problem. Nobody's paying attention. And I know it's going to come to a head one day. I just know it because these mess ups are happening more and more frequently. And I know that it must infuriate him that, it's kind of like the absentee owner of like a grocery store or a laundromat or a car wash. It's like your employees are just going to steal from you when you're not there. They just are.
Well, the thing is, he has no one to blame but himself because he is the reason his microphone did not work is because he showed up 5 minutes before that show went on the air.
Of course.
Guaranteed. He walked down those stairs 5 minutes before he was going to go be on.
Checks the mic for him. Somebody else makes sure that everything at his board is running for him.
Correct.
Somebody else does it. So
But the remote, they're not even in the house.
Exactly. So he is I wonder if he does. I wonder if he has an assistant that's there like
Oh my God.
Wednesday to help with this kind of
Oh, wait. So the one that does the air conditioning and the heating, because remember he's gone on mic and told them to change the temperature in his basement.
temperature. Can somebody Can somebody change the temperature? Anybody in my staff, just anybody. All right, let's move on. You know that we talked about it last week when we saw the North Shore Animal League pictures. He wants to tell us how much he hates that Consuelo, the engineer. He wants to tell us how much.
No, I cannot make a warmer.
No.
It's gentler. It's not gentle.
I mean, I
Oh.
went to, I told you last week I was at the North Shore Animal League gala with Beth, and I don't mind going. It's all good, but they took a bunch of pictures of us, and Beth goes, "Oh, look, I'm going to post this picture on Instagram. It's so cute." And she looks like an angel, and I look at myself, and I'm like,
No.
"You ugly fuck. Look at you. You fucking look like a fucking monster."
Yes.
And I
Yes.
said, "Honey, please stop showing me pictures from the. It's so painful to me that I look the way I do."
Yes.
You should be pained by this. I mean, not as much as Rachel Ray, let's be honest, and her husband, Tom Gizamundo or whatever his name is. But yeah, Howard, we all agree you look really bad in these photos. Your suit is ill-fitted. The fact that she would be wearing this $2,500 dress with you and not caring that this is what you look like is a testament to how much she hates you. Yeah, she's just allowing you to go out of the house looking like that, and it's
So,
really awful.
so a couple of thoughts on this. First of all him looking this awful is his. I mean, a lot of it is doing. It's not just genetic. By making yourself a skeleton, you're going to accentuate every bad thing about you. Second of all, you wear a bad wig. The wig looks ridiculous. Stop it. Just stop it. It looks ridiculous at this point. You look like a
70
black
years old.
Q-tip.
70 years old.
Stop it.
70.
Just stop it, dude. Just go bald. Be Larry David. Be bald. Be
Go
proud.
gray. At least go gray. At least make us think that you're aging gracefully. Go gray.
He ain't aging gracefully. The other thing is you have clothes that don't fit. You're almost a billionaire, and you have clothes that look like you got them out of a hamper at the back of a thrift store. I mean, these literally like you pulled whatever was out at a thrift store and threw it on.
Legitimately, there are at least 5 stores within 10 minutes of him in Southampton on Main Street that he could go to and buy a well-fitted shirt. I mean, it's just inexcusable to look like this.
And the other thing is him saying that it looks like an angel. No, it looks like a whore.
Oh,
I mean, it looks. I mean, it looks like it's ready to
whore.
pounce.
Stop, Dennis.
It looks like it's ready to pounce. Look at, come on. That is not age appropriate. There's nothing age appropriate.
Just mean. There's no.
Yes, it is mean. I'm okay with it.
Mean. Why would you say?
Because.
What's mean, Dennis?
So.
You look like a whore. That's horrible.
But it does.
No, but that's really that comes from a place of anger. That is
just not well.
That is no place here.
It's not anger. It's I'm stating a fact.
Sir, that has no place here.
It looks like the girls at the Bellagio in the lobby.
Ah, Dennis.
They'll knock you back for $2,000.
Dog does look the best in that. Yes. This is true.
The dog, but the dog wants to escape.
The dog probably has to pee. His belly is distended. You know the way.
He's a puppy. He's like, I want to get the hell out of here.
Of course. Yeah, Melody's right. I think the word is escort.
Okay, escort.
Okay.
Fine.
It's just going way below the belt there. Way below the belt.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to be nice to it.
No, you're not trying to be nice by calling her the hua word. Hua. Calling her a hua. Disgrace, Dennis.
Oh no, only her face is pale. The rest of it's painted with suntan.
Yeah, she's
so it does. It's like, what's that, kabuki? What's that? The Japanese thing. Kabuki. It does kabuki on the weekends.
Best two-tone. All right. So, of course, the trauma that is going to be going to Italy is this.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, I went to Italy with my younger, beautiful wife, like 20 years younger. I'm an older guy like you. I'm a successful guy. You went first.
Of course. You're just like Howard.
Just like Howard.
Just like Howard. You're a successful guy. I'm just like you with my
just
wife.
Like you're a big monster.
They need to go first class to Italy.
Blah, blah, blah. Worst thing about Italy was the fucking man. You were invisible. Everywhere I went with my wife, they hit on her in front of me, everywhere. And I'm no pussy. I owned a fucking kickboxing gym before there was UFC. I just walked off, blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
That's a blah, 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 blah.
Jim, I'm such a big shot. You don't even know Howard. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Yada, yada, yada.
For me, my wife loved it because she was constantly being hit on. God help her when her and
now, your wife
Molly
doesn't love it. No, sorry, your wife doesn't love it when these skelsy fucking
this didn't happen.
I know, babe. I know.
Italian men are nothing but fucking pigs.
Pigs.
Well, I mean, I actually, I've been picking out some outfits for me to go to Italy. I mean, I was sitting there with my wife yesterday, and I said, "What are you wearing in Italy?" And she goes, "Oh, I've got some outfits." I said, "Well, from what I'm reading, I understand in Europe." I said, "What am I going to be standing there the whole time, like with these guys hitting on you?" She goes, "No." She goes, "I'm."
From what I'm reading, who, where are you reading?
52 years old. Meanwhile, she's 51, but she goes, I'm 52. She always ages her. She goes, I'm 52 years old. No one's hitting him. I go, I'm right.
I'm telling you, buddy, I'm with the same age difference as you and Beth, and it was fucking miserable. I could have gotten 10 fights.
Sure.
Wait. So even down to this, was it 18-year age difference, down to the 18-year age difference, it's all the same. All the same. And they would just randomly just hit on his wife just because it was a piece of meat there. Right. Okay. Sure.
And Howard's been reading about all the guys that are going to be hitting on his wife as he walks down the street looking like, What, Dennis?
Oh wait, beef is gonna look like putana.
You're
They
right.
may hear that word.
1000% correct. No man should ever put his woman in a vulnerable position.
No.
1000%. I mean, nobody wants to be a douchebag like, hey, buddy, get out of the way. But, Italian men are pretty much like Spanish men. They're all kind of in that same, when they see something that they like, they're going to say, I mean,
They're kind of
would it
forward.
be any worse than construction workers in Manhattan? It can't be. It isn't.
No, they're not. At least they're charming. They're actually. I've seen it in action. They're charming.
I don't know about charming. I mean,
Well,
there
they
are
can be.
some charming construction workers. There's some
Yeah.
charming men in the world.
The thing is,
then
it's like beefus won't even be the hottest thing on its. I mean, because trust me, there are lots of very pretty girls
no.
over there.
Sophia Loren is walking down the street at like 22.
Yeah, nobody's gonna notice beefus.
I mean, it's really not like that. People, and again, let's not forget that half of everybody who's going to be in Italy when he's there is going to be American. So there's that.
Oh yeah, all the rubes are gonna be there. All the rubes, all the Italians are gonna be on vacation.
Exactly.
It's too hot.
So I don't know where Robin was coming up with this. I don't even know what the context of it is, and nor do I care. It was just, a Robinism for the day. Here we go.
Statement, spare the rod, ruin the child, is misunderstood. The rod was a long stick held by a goat herder who used it to gently guide the goats where he wanted them to go. They didn't beat the goats.
Yeah, well, if you're going to start beating people, those are the last people you want deciding who needs to be beaten.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
but by the way,
they always use that when they have those paddles hanging on the wall, and they don't even understand what the actual phrase means.
What?
I have no idea.
Is she talking about spare the rod, spoil the child?
Yes. Well, you're gonna do like she did. Google it.
Child, I can't believe I'm not prepared with
I'm just I'm she blathers just like somebody in an old age home, just finding a fact out and letting somebody know about it.
Okay, where's she getting this from? Because the first thing I Googled, which was a very, very simple, stupid 2-second
retard Google.
Where the rod spoil the child is not found in scripture, but in Proverbs expresses a similar thought. He who spares the rod hates his son, but he who loves him is careful to discipline him. So where is she coming out with the sheep herder and the
It has no idea what it's talking about.
And why is she even reading these things? Why is this even something that's in her world? Why is this in her wheelhouse?
Because she wanted to have something to talk about.
Ruin the child. She's an idiot.
I mean, yeah, because she's raised so many. Oh wait, barren, old cow.
We can wrap up this shit show. Let's go to the Kevin Costner victory lap.
Oh Jesus!
Again, everything you're going to hear here is just such ridiculousness. I can't even imagine any of this is even remotely true. I'm bending my thing down to me because it doesn't go any further than this, but I'm really being lazy right now, and I don't feel like
it's terrible.
Hey,
Nicholas.
Have a great summer. Can't wait for the Ray tribute show in September.
Yes.
We may learn she only had one real breast. Exactly. What Ray secrets will be coming out?
No, she hasn't talked about Ray. He didn't talk about Ray with the breasts. You realize that? Not at all. Not even
She didn't come.
Yeah, but there was not even a mention about showing her a picture, letting her know. There was, you realize with the child, there's been no talk of Ray at all. So
all day.
I think we'll read about it in Dan's papers in August.
We have all day tomorrow to put that. I was going to talk about Beth and Dan's papers, but it's so uninteresting that it's not even worth our time. Kevin Costner victory lap. Here we go.
Most of the fan mail, Robin, was about Mr. Kevin Costner. Listeners seem to enjoy him. What a wonderful interview, Kevin Costner. He needs to come back and share more stories.
Yes.
The guy goes in my book, one of the top 10 greatest interviews you've ever had.
Top 10. They're always top 10.
Everyone's a top 10 now. I don't know how you do it.
I don't know how he keeps track.
Costner was boring.
Kevin Costner, candid and honest. The parts where he talked about his father and brother were precious, and I loved how he said
precious.
the record straight on his rumored relationship with Jewel. Good God, Kevin seems like a decent guy, and I love.
Good God. Good God.
Who talks like this besides him?
Good God. Kevin seems like a good guy. Good God.
What he said about Yellowstone. Quote, how am I going to stand tall, even in some desperate situation that doesn't work for me? Amen to that. I gained a whole new level of respect for Mr. Costner today. What a fantastic interview. I loved his take on screenwriting and acting. I just love hearing and learning about all that stuff behind the scenes. I felt so inspired by Kevin's words today, and I loved his Schindler's List story. He has so much humility and is never afraid to try, something we can all learn from. Yeah.
Inspired humility.
Something we can all learn from. Who amongst us, ex-Howard Stern fans, speaks this way? Who?
Nope. Nobody. Only his staff does. But the thing is, we really didn't address this with the Kevin Costner. The balls on him to think he should be in Schindler's List and direct it. The Goyim was going to. You got to be kidding me! Seriously, that's how full of himself he is. And seriously, that is pinpointing how full of himself.
It's almost as bad as Howard playing Bradley Cooper's
yes,
brother.
Yes, it is. Yes.
In A Star Is Born. I mean, let's be honest. It's almost as bad. Oh God, that was horrible. Okay, and then let's wrap.
The end.
I mean, it's so funny. He's definitely trolling.
Oh wait. There was also a victory lap for Ass Napkin Ed. Another victory lap, and Ass Napkin Ed's mom, and then they brought up other moms from other whack packers to kill time.
Yeah. I got nothing. And here we go.
In my case, I'm just happy if they ignore me. I don't need any comments. All right. Anyway, what a beautiful day, Robin. You can't get better radio than what you heard here today.
I'm sorry. What? Can you say that again? Sorry.
Hey, what a beautiful day, Robin. You can't get better radio than what you heard here today. You just can't. It just doesn't happen. And I want to mention before we leave, Total Wine and More. I know you're a fan.
Yeah.
Jesus. It's almost that wishful thinking, because he does do wishful thinking. And I guess if you say it out loud, it's true. Magical. I'm sorry, magical thinking. But I mean, literally, you say it out loud, it makes it true. That was the worst podcast I've ever heard in my entire life. Honest to God, that was literally the worst podcast I've ever heard. And that's all that was a podcast. That was not a radio show. That was a podcast.
So let's give you a couple of things. Number one, my world exclusive picture of the one, the only Bill Belichick, 74 years old, 72 years old, with his 24-year-old girlfriend.
Okay.
Spotted by a friend of a friend in Connecticut. And yes, that man still dresses exactly this way, which is actually frightening.
Why? I mean, he's got a look.
Babe.
I mean, it's his signature look to look like a slob.
Why are you with this? Why?
Well, I can give you hundreds of millions of reasons.
You know what? There's an age demarcation that should never be crossed.
It's 1/2 plus 7. That's literally what it should be. 1/2 plus 7.
So 1/2 plus 7. So if you're 50, you should have a 25,
32-year-old.
Okay. Well, this goes right out the window here.
Oh yeah, it's gone. It blew right away. It's just it's gone. I mean,
yeah.
Oh well.
There they are chilling in Connecticut in an undisclosed location, which shall not be named. Let's go through a couple of other things whilst we're here. What the hell? Why? Why, for the love of God?
Why? That's scary. Spoiler that.
Why,
for
the love of God, is John Hine still doing any type of sports commentary? As with fast food, why him? There are a billion guys who, maybe at least even grew up in New York, who would be somebody that should be commenting on the Mets. Why him?
There are There are serial killers that are less scary. Jeez.
Let's make the call to the bullpen and welcome in John Hine. What was your biggest takeaway, Hine, from the Mets?
What are you doing? Come
What
on.
happened? Even the internet is scared of John Hine. It's terrible.
Oh, that's not fair. What are you doing?
Let's make the call to the bullpen and welcome in John Hine. What was your biggest takeaway, Hine, from the Mets offensive outburst again today?
Well, you guys hit a bunch of them. I'm going to stick with the Franciscos and go with Alvarez behind the plate. Now, I mean, we're talking about all offense, and he's been contributing there.
Why? Why is he on? Why is he on for any reason whatsoever? What?
Buckwald client. Buckwald.
But why? Why, John? Do many people would love that job who are actual Mets,
Real fans?
who actually were raised here, who are not Michigan fans, who are not like, it's just
He
infuriates
looks.
me.
He is really frightening looking though now. I
And
mean, he needs to shave his head.
Let it go, right? Let it all go now.
Just shave your head, man. You're at that point, and get rid of the stubble. You look really psychotic.
Let it go.
Go smooth. Go smooth, man. Go smooth.
It's just.
And he has your glasses on. It's terrible.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I got another thing right here for you, my friends. Oh, let me clean them a little schmutzy. There we go.
Oh my God! It's like twinsies.
My man, Johnny. Okay, let's move on. Uncle Larry posting on Twitter. Nance Caden says protesters storm PGA Tour event. I was watching this PGA thing when these stupid climate change people.
I hope they took him in back like they used to do with the police and had a talking to them.
So wasn't even really paying attention to it, but I guess it's just something in the news today. But of course, Uncle Larry has to then post the most fabulous thing. Would be interesting to hear Jim Nance give a call on Howard Stern's infamous 300-yard drive. And for those of you who may have missed this one,
wow,
you just need to study that Howard was away on vacation again with the Kimmels. And I think it was in Tennessee. Where was this? Or was this in Mexico? I'm trying to remember where they were. But again, just study the outfit. Obviously, it's a shitty course. Look what's going on there. But look at what Howard's wearing. And this is him attempting to play golf.
The next day, it said, "Move over, Charles Barkley. You're no longer the worst celebrity golfer."
Oh, stop it. That's hilarious.
How's that one? That's a very
Honey,
good
I got that on video.
Oh, I'm right up by the flag. That's a very good shot.
Honey, I got that on video.
Did you?
Yeah.
Tweet that.
Tweet that.
Tweet that.
Look at him.
You're no longer the worst celebrity.
There's no way.
Hilarious.
How's that?
He swings like a chick.
You drive like a girl.
I mean, seriously. I mean, he swings like a chick. I mean, that's
300-yard drive
with those birthing hips.
First off, I don't know where this putting range is, but it's surrounded by. I mean, this is it. This is the whole of the golf course.
No.
By fencing. Yeah, now that I'm studying it, it's literally in the middle of. I don't even know where they are.
There are public courses in Florida that look better than this.
Yeah, I know. Look at all the.
It's awful.
Nobody takes care of this course. Whatever it is. Like they got their little bag of balls.
Maybe it's a driving range.
I think so. See, it's surrounded.
It's a driving range. And it's a bad driving range. It's not even a nice driving range.
Delicious. I want to go over a couple other things real quick before we get off. This was crazy. I just this is just amazing. So this woman, 22 years old, fell off the treadmill and right out the goddamn window. I just couldn't even believe this. Okay, so check it out. So here she is. All right, so she's over here. So she's riding on the treadmill in this big gym. Here she goes. Ready? And whoop! Falls to death. Fell right off the treadmill. Nobody else is even paying attention. I just want you to take note of the fact that not a single person is paying any attention to the fact that the woman just literally rolled off the treadmill and out the window. I mean, it's not funny. It's really not funny.
Oh,
But
I don't know. You know, the thing is, if I'm sitting on my couch drinking bourbon, I have no chance of falling out a window. All these health nuts. I have 2 words for you: Jim Fix. Okay, that's all I gotta say is Jim Fix. I'll be happy.
Okay, and then all of you who may not have seen the now very infamous Hawk Tua clip, I think
Yeah.
since we
Yeah.
we
I
actually
think I dated a girl in college like this.
we actually posted this on RadioGunk
So much fun.
literally like the day that it came out. So if any of you were interested in what Hawk Tua was, which was trending pretty much everywhere for the last couple of days, here we go.
How many is on your roster?
There's only one I want. I love you, Pookie, forever.
How do you get over a breakup?
The only way to get over one is get under another. Make the cobwebs off this thing.
This mother don't miss. What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tua and spit on that thing. You get me?
And that's when.
So that became like a huge thing.
This is a Pookie, man.
Yeah.
Pookie's lucky.
And don't even think for a second that bitch did not take complete advantage.
Good for her.
Of the Hawk Tua thing. And she started to like sell like some stuff. She's just all over the place now. So, it's a flash in the pan, but okay.
Hey, good for her.
The other thing I
Seems
wanted
like
to
fun.
mention was this guy is just this guy gives me such anxiety.
Oh, wait. He's doing what?
Okay, so he's sailing across the Pacific by himself.
That's insane.
First
Okay.
off, first off, I have such anxiety watching this clip, so I'm just going to show it to you guys so that you may appreciate it. And if you're not following him, it's called Sailing Songbird. I'm like,
no, I'm not going to follow this. No,
I'm obsessed. Watch, just check.
Of sailing across the Pacific Ocean alone, and I lost my sailboat. Just kidding. It's
look where it is.
It's over there.
Look how far away.
It's very tiny, very far away.
Oh.
I'm in the doldrums. I'm stuck here in the doldrums. There is no wind.
For reference, I'm right about here, about as far away from land as you can be on this planet.
So I pumped up my inflatable paddleboard and getting some exercise in. It is incredibly disorienting to be out on a paddleboard with absolutely nothing on the horizon except like a super cool sunset.
I'm having anxiety now.
Oh, anxiety. I am well over 1,000 miles away from any piece of land. And it's so quiet. It's so quiet.
Okay.
All right. I can't. I have such phobia of wide open water. No.
Freaked out when I saw this because I too have open water anxiety. I also freaked out because he has better fucking cell service 1,000 miles from land than I do right now. I literally have one bar. I have one bar in my home. One bar. I just want to throw that out to you.
What the hell service is this? I'm very jealous.
But no, you know what he has? What's
Satellite.
that thing that Elon Musk has?
The Starlink.
Starlink. That's what he has. So yeah, freaking me out.
But yeah, to be out, because I mean that's wide open ocean. That water's thousands of feet deep. Thousands of feet deep.
Believe me.
The amount of sharks that are in that water is disturbing.
It's day 27 of sailing across the Pacific Ocean alone, and I got company. I am in the largest storm I've been in on passage, and I think that these are porpoises. They are something in between a dolphin and a killer whale, or there's some type of whale. I have no idea. There's so many of them.
Yeah.
Oh my God, incredible.
I mean, this is the trip, and it's just I can't even watch it. Sometimes I watch these in bed, and I like.
You know what's even worse though? I mean, he's not even like a quarter of the way there. He's not even close. And the thing is, he's going right into the middle of storm season. I mean, they have typhoons. They have typhoons in the Eastern Pacific that are terrifying. And I mean, I can't even comprehend this.
This is my absolute worst nightmare.
Yeah, this is fear above fear. I
I would
mean,
sooner,
no,
I would just sooner off myself than do this ever.
no.
So
All you have to do is see the movie Jaws once.
that's it. All right, and then I finally just want to add with just a little quick thing, and I just feel the need to talk about this really quickly.
Yes,
So just indulge me.
I'll indulge you.
This stuttering
Stammering Juan.
this stuttering John versus Kate Meany was Kevin Meany's daughter. She's 24 years old.
Okay.
I don't know, and listen, I don't know what she did to upset him. I don't know what fury his wrath is on now, but my God, the lady is on where I go to the FBI. The police send my lawyer up early to go to the FBI. Kate Meany is fucked. Going to the FBI today, calling the police in LA as well. Have a big day ahead of me. FBI, Supercuts, Gym, Precinct, Manhattan. Kate Meany is fucked. Kate Meany has no idea the storm that's coming. I warned her mother. She didn't care. On my way to the FBI tomorrow. Of course, doxing her mother is a horrible mom. After I tell her what a drug addict prostitute daughter is up to, she does nothing. And this is quite honestly one of the worst things a human being can do. To be this vindictive and this mean to somebody you've never even met.
What? I thought he had at least met this person.
No. I have nude photos of a drugged out and drunk Kate she sent me unsolicited. I mean, the things that he is saying about it is just so awful. And I'm not understanding. The only thing I want to say about this, because I'm absolutely out of the stuttering John business, but this will not end well. And I see in the Dabbleverse, because I do follow it online. I got to admit, I love the whole Reddit thing that goes on there, but it has gone from funny to mockery to disgust to hate to why isn't he dead? And this is how people are rolling right now. Like this is what he has beget because of how he's been acting. And I worry about the whole thing, and I know that one day a show is going to be written about this, because it is going to be like a study in how to go from here to here to here to here to here to here to here, and to I don't even know what to say anymore. It just stuns and amazes me that this is what it's come to, and it's actually quite sad that somebody that I admittedly enjoyed talking to, would laugh with him about stupid things. I would talk with him like, just on the phone offline, like I talked to Grillo, just chitty chatty kind of stuff. And I just feel like this person that he has become, this new John, this John 2.0, is actually a little frightening. Like he's a little bit scary because he has
become unhinged. I think that's the big problem. He's become very unhinged. And there's no filter on reality in his world. I mean, honestly, those to put those thoughts publicly in a public forum, that's insane. I mean, that literally is insanity. You don't do stuff like that if you're a normal human being. Normal people with normal moralities don't do that type of stuff. That's crazy.
I don't know. I just don't.
Seriously, that's crazy. To write that stuff about other people on a public forum where it never goes away. It is always there. It never goes away.
Has everything he has ever done. It never goes away.
It never goes away. And I'm
it's just
disturbed.
It really concerns me. And I look at people on Reddit who are like, oh God, I want to feel bad for him, but no, I don't. And it's just, listen, I have no victim mentality at all. You all are very well aware of what he did to me, and I'm over it, and I don't really care, because whatever. I just don't understand how this is a sustainable.
Oh, it isn't. Oh no, this is not sustainable. It's gonna come. The merry-go-round's gonna come crashing to the ground really, really soon, because it's just getting to that point where it's reaching maximum velocity.
It's peak velocity at this
It's getting to that point, and there's just no other way for it to go but bad.
It is a crescendo. Thank you, Jeremy Harrelson. What do y'all think of the end game is with John? He left Cali and his family has no friends in Florida. Does he stay with his mom in New York? I don't really understand that scenario at all. Like, I know that he has a home in Florida. Is he renting it out? I mean, is that what's happening with the place in Florida? It's like, why do you maintain a residence there if you're not there? And especially if you're not going to homestead, which means you need to be there at least 6 months and 1 day in order to get any kind of tax benefit out of it. So I'm not sure. I mean, is he staying with his mom as a waylay on his way down to Florida? Who knows? Who knows?
I don't know. I actually don't care. It's just the insanity of that whole world. I don't care to be in it or follow it or understand it. I really don't, because it brings no pleasure to me. It's actually kind of disturbing and sick, and I don't need that in my life. I really don't. It's really twisted.
So yeah, and so I just feel like the situation has become so unhinged, and so it's actually a little scary to me that that people like him exist in the world to make other people. I mean, I feel for the 24-year-old. I mean, listen, she made her bed. She decided to be friends with him. She apparently, released recordings of him that she has, voicemails and stuff like that. And
Well, maybe she did it out of protection, because I mean, this is a 59-year-old man doing this stuff. Let's remember that. She's only 24.
so maybe,
Yeah.
maybe get out of the John business. Seriously, that's the only way.
I am not a part of the Dowelverse. I have absolutely nothing to do with it.
I know, but
I have nothing to do with it. I don't care. I just don't.
It's just it's like a tinderbox just waiting to explode, and I know that day is coming.
I have
something to say about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my little stupid stuttering
Jesus,
thing for the day.
that's craziness.
It is craziness, but yeah. So yeah, there's that. All right. Well, so what's illegal? There's a fine line on internet illegality, and the one party phone calls and stuff like that. I mean, if it's a recording on a answering machine or a voicemail or whatever it is, answering machine, I can't believe I said that. If it's a record, you're allowed to have it. That's yours. Somebody willingly listened to you and left somebody a message. But if you're actually recording somebody's voice, if it's a 2-party state,
right? It's state by state,
and you need that party's consent in order to record them. You have to tell them that you're recording them. So yeah, of course, Shuli's all in. They're all in. They're all.
Well, he has nothing else to do at this point. I mean, they're
all in, and yeah. But by the time John embraced the Doubleverse, it became not fun anymore. It wasn't fun, and it wasn't funny. It was mean, and it was angry, and so it became a whole different perspective.
Yes.
All right, talk to me about DJ's Classic Garage. What's going on?
Oh, yes. Okay. Well, DJ's Classic Garage. So I have my entire video thing on my trip with the 29-year-old BMW 325i convertible that I had my assistant riding along with me. I have all the videos up. It's maybe just what, four videos. It's a little less than an hour, and you get to see across this great country in a very old car that's packed to the brim. So I have those out there. I have I did a little. I'm going to try a couple weeks do a little news update on current car stuff. I did a thing on Stellantis, the flaming train wreck that is the owner of what was Chrysler Corporation. Very, very bad things happening over there. So I did a little news thing on that. I'll probably have to have a follow-up because, good Lord, I actually fixed my charger today. I had broken a valve spring, so there'll be a video on a technique to fix your car using shoestring. You think of that for a second.
Really?
Yeah, you can use some shoestring. And I have a bunch of fun things.
Exist in the world? Like, you never hear the word shoestring anymore.
No, you don't. But when you're a mechanic, you use weird things to help fix things. It's like we actually did. I didn't film this, but I'm gonna have a little update on the little car. We did. The assistant who's still working on my shirts. Helped me do the shocks in it, and I showed her how a mechanic will take a pair of vice grips and a socket, so if you could get onto a thing where you need to go in the middle of it and use the vice grips to actually make sure you can tighten it. This we're having it's an educational thing, and she's learning how to drive the stick shift. This has been fun, but we're doing a lot of things, and I have assistant working on shirts. Yes, the hubcap one is happening. There'll be a few fun things. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of stuff going on. It's gonna get really busy. I like it.
Excellent. So go visit Dennis on DJ's Classic Garage. We originally had Xavier on the show with us, but he disappeared, and that's all she wrote. So sorry,
He was here. I swear he was here.
I haven't spoken to him. I had no idea what was going on with him today. So okay,
Maybe he went back to Walmart. I mean, I could do.
guys, thank you everybody for participating in tonight's show. You are absolutely the best chatters out there, bar none. You really are. You're all really good people, and we always do appreciate you. I just want you to know that. So thanks for hanging out with us for another night, and we'll see you anon. Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forums section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.